Corny Davis, come back in here.
Oh, wait a minute. Is that thing loaded?
Oh, what a question to ask an experienced hunter like me going around with a loaded gun. Certainly not. Come in here. What's on your mind?
Well, the photographer's here. You're also wanted on the phone. It's that little French singer again. She wants to make an appointment with you. And I also have a cablegram here from your old friend, Say, that's a pretty hat, Mr. Blynn.
Isn't it? Isn't that pretty good, huh?
Yes.
Becoming, don't you think?
Yes.
It's all part of the hunting equipment. I got one for you here. See, that's the ventilating up there. That's all air conditioned in there to keep you from getting sunstroke. Try it on.
Yeah.
Oh, isn't that wonderful? Now, you look like a hunter, too.
Well, that's fine. Super fine. What shall I tell the little French warbler?
Huh? What? I don't care what you tell her. Don't bother me about things like that. What's her name?
What difference does it make?
Well, I always like to know people's names, even when I'm going to turn her down.
Well, her name is Suzette. She works at the Cafe Elysee.
Oh, yeah, Suzette. Well, you can give her Mr. Lucius B. Blynn's compliments and tell her that Mr. Blynn is on his way to Africa to get away from it all. Bang! Oh, if you'd been a real lion and this gun had been loaded, I could have bagged you right then.
Listen, boss, cut out that fooling, will you?
Or you might say that Mr. Blynn has paused temporarily in Paris to complete arrangements for his big game hunting trip. He is now Blynn the hunter, not Blynn the patron of the arts and the opera. Did you say something about a cable?
Oh, yes, the telegram. It's the usual Mazzini rib.
Oh, that Mazzini. That reminds me, when I get around to it, I've got to get another director for this opera house. Yes. What is this rib?
Well, you asked for it. Here it is. My dear Blynn, this is just to remind you that you are an amateur big game hunter, so kindly restrict yourself to bringing back the usual prop animals. And spare me any of your operatic discoveries which have all been disastrous in the past. Regards, Andreas Mazzini.
That is enough.
That's all there is.
Yes, amateur big game hunter. Operatic disasters.
That's what he says.
Usual prop animals.
His exact words.
Yeah, don't agree with me. You call yourself a press agent?
Well, I've been called other things before, but say, in the meantime, what about this photographer?
I haven't finished with you yet.
Now, listen,
Now,
boss.
listen to me. Now, let me warn you. Unless I bag something in Africa this year that will definitely earn for me the title of Bring 'em Back Blynn, you are fired.
Listen, boss, I was hired as a press agent to round up talent, not wild animals.
You were hired to do both, and you failed miserably. Yes, held me up to ridicule. Everybody laughing at me, the press and the public laughing at Lucius B. Blynn. Now, it's up to you to see that I amaze them. Now, are you all ready for me?
Oui, monsieur, tout préparé.
Well, where is it? Oh, there it is.
Oui,
yeah.
voilà.
Isn't that nice? Isn't that marvelous? It's a lion. Corny, it's a lion. Why, that's marvelous. Oh, those taxidermists, they do wonderful jobs these days. They certainly do. You know, it's quite an art to stuff one of those things.
It even smells like a lion.
Does it? Why, so it does.
Leave it to me, boss. I called him on the phone in my best French. I says, give me a stuffed lion that looks real.
And I want to thank you, Corny. For once, I have to commend you. Excellent. Now, what do you think would be the most effective? I think with the gun.
Oh, avec la fusil.
Shooting it.
Oh, qu'on peut tirer.
No.
No?
No gun.
No gun.
It's too hackneyed. I'm going to have my picture taken with my bolo knife.
Oh, le boulot knife, ça fera une belle photo.
Yeah. Sort of stabbing the lion.
Oui, monsieur.
I want you to make it very real and very natural.
Oui, monsieur.
Very dangerous.
Oui, monsieur.
I have a marvelous idea, Corny. I'm going to have my picture taken with my bolo knife, stabbing the lion. My. Aren't the lines graceful? Really, it's a very formidable weapon. What are you doing way up there? You been drinking again? Stop growling like that. First thing you know, you're going to be seeing things. A little more of this and you'll lose your job. Now, this is my bolo knife.
Oh, boulot knife, oui, oui.
And I thought maybe sort of, no.
No?
No, on second thoughts, I'm not going to have my picture taken with my bolo knife.
No.
I'm going to have it taken with a spear.
Oh, comme vous voulez, monsieur, comme vous voulez.
Like the natives.
Oui, oui.
I think it'll give me more determination, you know. It's simply astounding the way those natives bag lions and tigers with these things. Are you ready for me?
Oui, monsieur, tout prêt, monsieur, oui.
Thank you. Now, you'll be sure to get my killer expression.
Oh, certainement, monsieur, oui, certainement.
All ready?
Oui, prêt.
Ah! It's alive! Corny! The lion is alive! It should be stopped! No!
No. again to learn the moment I met you.
Ladies and gentlemen, for our closing number, Mademoiselle Suzette will sing a song I have just written for her, entitled Let's Give Love Another Chance.
No, Jimmy. For my last encore, I will sing Titania.
Oh, don't be a pain. They won't stand for anything highbrow in a place like this.
I'll sing it, and you shall see.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mademoiselle Suzette will sing Titania.
My song. All right, you go your way, I go my way. Adieu.
Hey, you're still playing Titania.
I cannot possibly be expected to play two different things at the same time.
To say goodbye again, and even though we've tried, suppose we try again. Let's give love another chance.
What is it?
A telegram from Mr. Blynn.
No, no.
Oh, Susie, let me in. Be reasonable now.
No.
Oh, don't be so stubborn, Susie. Ouch! Oh, honey, I'm sorry, but a nightclub's no place to sing Titania. Now, you're a wow when you sing what they want.
I shall be a wow, seeing what I want.
Simmer down and take it easy. I got some great news for you.
That great Mr. Blynn heard me? He wants me for opera?
It's got nothing to do with the great Mr. Blynn. I just got this cable confirming our next engagement at a swell nightclub in New York.
For you and the band, not me.
Wait a minute.
I won't sing with you anymore.
Wait till you hear the rest of it. Honey, they're going to name the club after you. They're going to call it the Chez Suzette.
Suzette, I like the name very much. But I'm not study all my life to sing in a cabaret.
I'd like to shake some sense into you. Here you are, tops with a perfectly swell career any girl would give her shirt for.
It is to sing in opera I give my shirt. So, shake all you like.
Oh, seriously.
Oh, Jimmy, why must two people so crazy about each other fight all the time?
Well, you ought to be able to answer that. By the way, what's the score so far?
16 times you proposed.
And 16 times you have said no.
But not because I don't love you, Jimmy.
And you will come to New York with us?
Yes, for one reason. To be a big opera star.
Yeah. I'd like to make you a bet on that.
Go ahead.
It's a queer kind of bet. If you lose, you marry me.
Very well. I take the bet.
With the understanding, of course, that you fill your engagement at the Chez Suzette.
With the understanding, I sing Titania when I like.
No, you don't. You'd like every night, and I'm not going to have any opera singers with my band.
Now I tell you the answer, Mr. James. You take another jazz singer for your precious band.
I don't want another singer.
And you take another singer and marry her.
Now, look here, Corny Davis. From now on, it's up to you to see that I amaze them. Very well, Mr. Blynn. I'll take care of that. Why, say, Mr. Blynn, did you know something that's going to be a very tough assignment? Hey, stranger, take that awful-looking face away, will you? I'm jittery enough without it. Go away.
He hasn't got much of a face either. Boo!
Look here, Susie, you can't do this to me. For your own sake, you mustn't do it. Nobody's going to sign a jazz singer for opera.
I will find a way. You'll see, Mr. Blynn will hear me yet.
I'll be expecting you for work at the Chez Suzette in New York. Look me up when you've made your flop.
I'll look you up, but it will be to give you the big laugh.
That's a very interesting discussion there, madam.
Who are you?
Who am I? I'm just the guy you want to meet.
I think you make a mistake, monsieur.
Oh, no, come here, come here. Did you want to meet a Mr. Lucius B. Blynn?
You are not he.
No, but the next thing to him, I'm his press agent.
You will arrange an appointment for me now, tonight?
I will arrange an appointment for you, but you may have to go a long, long way.
There is no way too long for me to go to meet Mr. Blynn.
My dear, I think we can do business.
Corny, I'm becoming somewhat fatigued. Tell him to stop.
Wolf, local Jake! Now, don't get overheated. I know it's a hot day, boss, but just keep a stiff upper lip. Why, they tell me game's thicker than sand fleas in this here jungle.
Yes? That's what you said about the last jungle.
Oh, what are you talking about? We got a very stylish bird back there. A genuine buster.
Nobody wants them easily busted. The zoos are full of them.
What about that barnacle goose we got?
I don't want a goose, you goose. I want something wild, something ferocious, something dangerous.
Now, take it easy, boss. Take it easy.
Tramping through this ridiculous jungle for over a week now, and you can't even find a rabbit. Oh,
Boss, look!
it's a leopard! Come on, catch him! Catch him! It's a leopard! Where did he go? I got here! No, David, this way! Just catch him! Catch him! Well, which way to go?
Ishma, water, step on it!
What's the matter? What's the matter? Have they sighted something else? A lion? A giraffe?
I'll find out.
I could use a nice giraffe, you know. I have just the place for it over my fireplace. You know, the head and the neck.
Holo, Baja, Hong, Chudo.
Oogahunga! Oogahunga!
All right, one at a time, boys. Just a minute. Hong, Chudo.
Hondoliko, Indepita, Kanda, Wakandash, Indelik, Oogahunga!
What's the matter? What's the matter?
Well, it's just a silly superstition. The boys say we're in a region here that's haunted.
Haunted? Oh, my word. By what?
Well, it's a creature. I can't understand just what they say, but it's a creature.
A creature, yes. Well.
It's a creature with the body of a woman and a voice like a bird. Or maybe it's the body of a bird and a voice like a woman.
Why, that's tremendous. Why, that's astounding. Oh, what a capture that would make.
Ah, don't be silly. That's just an African fairy tale. Who ever heard of a bird girl?
A bird girl, of course. Oh, that's marvelous. Simply marvelous. I'm not going back home with any of your old bustards. We'll capture this Oogalala, or we'll bust.
Well, you're running this thing. Come on, boys. Ishma, walla, scratch.
Oogahunga!
Here. What's the matter? What's this mean?
Well, it looks like a sit-down strike. I think I'll join them, boss.
Look here, Davis, look here. You can't do a thing like this to me. Get him going.
No.
Davis, I'll fire you. I'll... An African fairy tale, eh? Now we've got to get her.
Okay, Mr. Blynn, you're the boss, but you're going to be awful disappointed if your bird girl turns out to be a girl bird.
Mazzini with a voice like that.
Here. Just may I have a word with you, madam?
What do you mean, madam? Oogahunga, nice Oogahungas.
What's the matter? What's the matter? What does she see?
Your nose.
Oh. Make her friendly. Show her your watch.
Show her your own watch.
The watch says tick-tick, yeah? Find out if she has any relatives.
Mo, jig, bluggle, whoop. Whoop, whoop.
Oh, isn't that lovely? What did she say?
She says she's been hanging around with these birds so long that she sings like them. She can even talk their lingo.
Isn't that remarkable? Isn't that remarkable? Oh, that's why she's so taboo with all the natives. I have an idea. Here, grab her. Don't let her go. Get her.
More jig, bluggle, whoop. No? Say, listen, boss, you ain't thinking of...
I certainly am, Corny. Anybody can take home a leopard, but a bird girl like that? Oh. Tick-tick. No. Give it to me. No more tick-tick. No. Oh, $835 worth of watch.
Cute little thing, ain't she?
Isn't she? Yeah. Ask the little sprite if she'll go back with us.
Does I make big?
Nook.
She says noog.
Noog?
Nook.
Oh, well, I don't intend to take noog for an answer.
Looks like that watch wasn't enough.
Oh, Well, you bribe her. You offer her something.
Bong Jiao, Costepes?
Uh-huh. What does she want?
Your hat.
Oh, no, I'd rather not. No, sunstroke, you know. You...
Bunga Jiao, Costepes?
Now.
The glass.
Oh, well, now tell her to be careful. Now, those are very, very expensive glasses. Oh, no. Now, a gold digger. That's what she is, a gold digger. Now, come down, little girl. Come down. Come down here. Come now. What now? What she want?
She wants your pants.
Noog. 1,000 times noog. There are some limits, even in a jungle.
What do you want me to do, boss? Shoot her?
Yes. Oh, my word. No. Get a cage. Get that measly busted out of its cage and bring it here quickly.
The busted?
Yes. Now, come down. Come down. Come. Pretty Polly? Polly Monte Cracker? Come down here. Down here. Come down. Down here. Oh, if I only had some salt. Corny, bring some salt.
What is it, sir? Huh?
It's a bird, girl. We found it in the jungle. It's a girl bird. I mean, it sings. You know, I don't know. I don't know what it is. You got me all mixed up.
Well, anyway, she's colossal.
Colossal. That's the word, and that's just the word I want used in the newspaper.
That's the word you're going to get, boss. Say, you think on a radio for a taxidermist? You know, she'd look mighty fine stuff, boss. Yes, sir, mighty fine.
Why, you simple-minded idiot. Don't you realize I discovered one voice in a million? Oh, how Mazzini is going to grovel at my feet. Why, did you hear that? I actually believe that she senses what I'm saying. Pretty. That's wonderful. Pretty. It's amazing. Oh, I tell you, she's precocious.
I'll take care of that, boss. I'll have her talking like the rest of us around here in no time.
Good, Davis. You instruct her. I want you to be very careful of your language, Davis, and everybody on board this ship. I want you to be particularly careful in your choice of words and diction. We can't have our pretty little elf learning a lot of naughty words up here on deck, can we? Oh, you bad little bird, you are. I don't think she feels at home. Get her out of there. Get her out. Take her down to my cabin.
To your cabin, sir?
Yes. What's wrong with that? I'm moving to cabin B. Oh, here, careful. Don't let her get away. What's she want now?
Bluff woogle woogle. Oh, she's calling for her little bird.
Oh, what do you know? Isn't that cute, huh? What's its name?
Kamaletosi. Uiskre.
Uiskre. Oh, well, we must get Uiskre. Yes, I hope it gets here. Come. Uiskre. Come, Uiskre. Come, Uiskre.
Say, boss, I think we ought to get inside before she starts calling for an elephant.
Yes.
Bungao. Hey, Spook, come in.
Spencer. I want to send a Mazzini to Mr. Messenger in New York. I want to send a message to Mr. Mazzini in New York. Telephone him. Cable him. Don't tell me what it is. It's radio, of course. Radio to him. And have you seen my bird girl, the one in the cage, came over the boat? Marvelous. We captured her, you know. A voice. She sings. E flat. No effort at all. Take your paper and pencil. Take a letter. Take a letter. Listen.
The natives, they put in a good show.
The black boys? They work like old troopers.
You really think it will work?
Work? Say, listen, my 60% interest in you is going to get me $1 million.
50.
Oh, no, 60.
50.
How do you like that for gratitude? I think I'm a terrific hoax to maneuver you into opera, and here you turn around and try to chisel me out of 10%.
All right. I'm too happy to argue. 50%.
Now you're talking. It's a bargain. Wait a minute. Did you say 60?
I said 50, and you said a bargain.
Well, it's my own fault. That's what I get for arguing with a bird. 50%. You win.
We both win. You will be rich, I will be famous. For thinking such wonderful hoax, you're a genius.
That's me. Little girl, you're absolutely right. And I modestly admit that this is the cat's whiskers.
Oh, I like that so much. That cat's mustache.
You just keep on your perch there while I go below and give you the big build-up.
at the risk of my life, I captured this bird girl. Stop. She is the most unusual savage.
I'll say she's unusual. Get a load of this, boss. She was shipwrecked off the coast of Africa as a small baby. She was picked up off a floating spar by an eagle and brought up entirely by birds.
Oh, not really. Not really? Oh, and picked up by an eagle and rescued by sparrows. Can you imagine? Why, that's more colossal than I thought it was. I tell you, this rescue can only be described by one word. What's a good word for sensational?
Sensational.
Thanks. Splendidly, isn't she? Oh, my, it's marvelous. But you know, it makes me feel a little ashamed to hear her master those technical singing difficulties like that, and I can't say one word in her language, not one. Ipsy-hunga, hunga-wunga? That's it, isn't it? Yes, that's it. Ipsy-hunga. How's my accent?
Oh, it's terrible, boss. Listen, you gotta cut out this African lingo. We gotta teach her English.
I don't see why it should be so difficult for me. I was very good in languages in school, very good indeed. You should have heard me in Latin. Gallia est omnis divisa...
Ah, senores, the voice, oh, is exquisite.
Oh, that's marvelous.
And soon she'll be ready for a public appearance.
Soon, very soon, I promise you.
And say, Signor Marlowe, this ain't gonna do you a bit of harm, because the minute you say go, we're gonna give her a terrific introduction on the radio, and you'll be right on the bandwagon.
And we shall not be disappointed. You have my solemn word. Oh,
that's marvelous.
Adios, senor. Adios, senor. Buenas noches.
Yes, so buenas snitches.
Oh, Corny, a great office.
Oh, the best.
And right after the broadcast, the Manhattan Opera Company is going to beg for her services. Mazzini will eat his past insults to me, and my cup will be flowing over.
Mr. Blynn, you're a very lucky man.
Oh.
You mean to tell me you haven't even heard from her since you left Paris?
Sure, and I still think she'll be here.
You still think. And I was sap enough to go ahead and name the club after her. Well, whether you deliver her or not, this town is full of good singers, and we're opening Saturday night, hot or cold.
Well, it won't be so hot if we have to get some old crow to sing our numbers.
I think so, our maestro's trying to convey. The songs won't sound so hot to him unless Miss Suzette sings.
Now, you keep out of this.
I find your attitude rather trying, Mr. James. No opening, no salary. And the little gentleman with green whiskers keeps popping out of here and making the most disturbing remarks.
Now, get this. You open on the date I set, and no more stalling.
Oh, Corny, this is definitely my biggest moment. I have never been so nervous in all my life. And Mazzini, well, he's just going to eat his past insults to me. He'll literally come crawling on his knees, begging forgiveness as soon as he hears my little Yokohama singing. And you know, it's marvelous, really. It's marvelous, Corny, the way she's responded to Marlowe's coaching. Why, you'd think that little girl had been singing all her life.
Oh, yeah, she's catching on very quickly. Now, you'll certainly slay Mazzini. But tell me something. Why that traitor horn get-up? You know, they can't see you over that microphone.
Oh, this. Well, this will help me get an authentic mental juxtaposition. You see, Mazzini will be listening to the broadcast across, and this will help me no end in hurling my verbal thunderbolts at him.
Yes. I hope that thing ain't loaded, or you're liable to get shot in your justification.
Quiet, please.
What?
We're on the air.
Oh, we're on the air now. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we will hear from the sensational Oogahunga. Thank
you.
Did you hear that, Mazzini? Did you hear it? Wasn't it marvelous? Isn't it a trip?
Ladies and gentlemen, this memorable ether event comes to you through the courtesy of Mr. Lucius B. Blynn, the discoverer of Oogahunga, the bird girl. And now we shall hear a few words, a very few words, from Mr. Lucius B. Blynn. Mr. Blynn.
Well, what'll I say? Oh, I can't talk over these things. Do you talk loud or soft? I'll now tell you the true story of my finding of Oogahunga.
Oh, is that bird girl everybody's been talking about?
Shut up.
It was on, where am I? It was on a certain memorable night that the good ship Sally Bell was rounding the Cape of Good Hope. Her brave captain stood on the bridge when suddenly, out of the sea's vast depths, rose a dread tropic typhoon. The ship was rendered, pooped from binnacle, and the wrath of the sea had overlooked the captain's baby daughter clinging instinctively to a floating spar.
A figment of imagination, don't you think?
Yeah, and what a figment. Oogahunga. If you picked that warbler's peacock feathers, you know what you'd find?
I know, don't tell me. Ducky bumps. I, too, have hallucinations. It's known as obomania.
Cedric, will you please lay off tonight?
Oh, sorry, old chap. I know how you feel. You're naturally worried because Suzette didn't even answer your cables.
She'll be there for the opening, Cedric. I know where to find her.
Oh, and how do you know?
A little birdie told me.
Corny! Corny! Oh, my word, it's wonderful. Look, sensational. The reaction her radio performance had on the public last night.
I got a mess up here, too. Look, here's one offered a job on the Snodgrass Pip-Proof Birdseed Hour. Says salary, no object. Read that.
Why, that's an outrage, just an outrage. Pip-proof birdseed. Remind me to write that Snodgrass a seething letter. My discovery, that beautiful voice, plugging birdseed. More telegrams. Read those to Owen Vega. She's upstairs. Coming. Here. You don't have to come in the house. I signed for the telegram.
I'm glad to meet you, Mr. Blynn. That is, if you are Mr. Blynn.
Yes, I'm Mr. Blynn. Oh, you're not a telegraph boy,
Not yet. Well, my name is James. You've probably heard of me and my band, Jimmy James Hot Shots.
Oh, I certainly have. Yes, I have. I have indeed, yes. Well, a band is the last thing that I want.
Wait a minute. I have a very interesting proposition to make to you in regard to your bird girl.
Oh, have you? Oh, have you really?
I want to offer her a job singing with my band in a very swell nightclub.
Oh, my word. First it's birdseed and now it's hot shots. Well, I like that.
Well, I'm glad you do. Now, if you just let me see her...
Please, Mr. James, your nerve is not colossal. Your nerve is stupendous. I'd like you to understand that my little songbird is being taught to sing opera. She is being groomed for opera. She is dedicated to opera, and I'll never allow her to associate with any big shots, no matter how hot.
Let me tell you, Mr. Blynn, my band is probably the best in the world.
Enough! Why, the very thought of that little songbird of mine...
Now, Mr. Blynn, you don't realize what... Mr. Blynn, sacrilege!
I never in my life...
I don't blame you.
Help yourself. Help yourself. Open the box. Open the box. Go ahead. Go ahead. I don't feed you.
No.
Open the box. Open. Open.
Be very strong. Just one. Don't be a pig.
Come out, my fine feathered friend.
Oh, je suis si contente de te voir. How did you find me?
Well, I heard you last night over the radio. You would sing Titania.
Shh!
What's the matter?
You must go.
Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute. Hey.
I will phone you.
No, you don't.
I will see you again.
No, you don't. A bird in the hand is worth two in the bush.
A hot shot. I never have heard such effrontery in all my life. A hot shot.
What are you talking about?
Why, that little whippersnapper stood right out there in that hallway, definitely propositioned me. My little old Tangy, a hot shot. What? My life.
Who?
That Jimmy James person.
Jimmy James?
Yes. Get me a bromo, will you?
Yes.
And from Africa, all has gone very smoothly. But you must not spoil it for me, Jimmy.
Well, I wouldn't think of it. All I want you to do is to be at the Chez Suzette at 10 p.m. ready to sing. I've promised your appearance there tonight and every night, rain or shine.
No, no.
We'll do the numbers the same way we did them in Paris. And, honey, you'll knock 'em dead. I've got some beautiful new costumes for you.
No, positively no.
And sooner or later, you'll have cinch to lose that bet and marry me. So come on, Miss Oogahunga. What about another kiss? Huh?
I take back the kiss you have.
All right, here it is. Back.
Now, you never win your bet.
Hey, what goes on here?
Corny, all is ruined. My career is gone. You 50% spoiled.
Yeah, we'll see about that. Hey, you. Did you know you can be arrested for second story work there, hotshot?
So I can't. I can also tell Mr. Blynn that his great discovery is a famous cabaret singer.
What shall we do, Corny?
Wait a minute,
Think,
wait a minute. Back up. Mr. James looks like a pretty smart boy.
Yeah, what's the catch?
He's got a nice high forehead and a very keen eye and a determined chin.
So determined, in fact, that she's going to appear at my nightclub with me or else.
Oh, is that all you wanted to do, was sing in your nightclub?
All.
As Suzette. Not this fake me, Oogahunga, good girl.
Suzette, naturally, sure, it's Suzette.
So what?
Well, so when do you want to make this first appearance?
Every night, starting with the opening tonight.
Every night. Oh, sure, every night. Sure.
Corny, have you gone crazy? If Mr. Blynn finds I'm not a bird girl, it will spoil everything.
All right, now wait a minute there, Birdie Wordy. Mr. James, you up to a good sporting proposition?
What is it?
Well, you have your little Suzette at night, and we have our bird girl in the daytime.
I'm not twins.
I said Suzette at night and bird girl in the daytime.
You mean you're going to guarantee her appearance at the Chez Suzette every night?
I gotta guarantee her appearance. In return, you gotta guarantee that you'll keep your mouth shut about her double life.
It's a deal. I'll see you tonight, honey, and you better brush up on your numbers.
I will not.
I think you will.
She will.
I hate you both.
Don't be a bird brain, honey. Think of the spread I got in the papers about your opening.
You mean you were so sure I would come, you have already advertised.
I was right, wasn't I?
This time might makes right there, Oogie. Now, in the meantime, if our strong-minded friend will exit by the way he came...
No trouble at all. Bye, honey.
No.
Go ahead, I won't look.
Goodbye. Corny, how can I get out of the house?
Well, the same way that Jesse James come in by the trellis. Listen, I'll have my car parked out in the driveway.
Corny.
Now, don't cry, little birdie wordy. I'll get you some bird seed. In the meantime, as usual, Corny's got everything under control. Give it to me.
Careful of those telegrams now, Corny. I'm going to fire them at Mazzini one by one. I'll shrink his ego.
Yeah, you'll mow him down to a midget. Good morning, Mr. Mazzini.
Well, Mazzini, at work for a change. Well, this is a surprise.
Good morning.
Get a load of these.
What is it? New discoveries?
I recall a very insulting cable that you sent me one time in Paris. This is my answer. Hundreds of telegrams acclaiming me as the greatest...
Acclaiming Oogahunga.
Acclaiming Oogahunga as... What difference does that make? I discovered it, didn't I? So, I can't discover a great voice, eh?
These telegrams seem to prove you've discovered a voice of a
Mr.
sort.
Mazzini, this girl is absolutely the cat's.
I was under the impression she was some sort of a bird.
Oh, my word, she sings like a bird, sings like a bird, sings like a bird. That's what it means. She has exactly the kind of a voice that's going to inject new life into this opera house of ours.
That's what you said about those Swiss yodelers you brought back from the Alps last year. Oh, come, Blynn. You can't be serious in suggesting we use an untutored savage, you know.
Oh, she is so untutored.
Davis, please. Marlowe instructed her in Titania, didn't he? She caught on like that, didn't she? He's been instructing her intensively. She'll be ready when the season opens.
Mazzini, that girl I spoke to you about is opening here in New York tonight. Oh, hello, Mr. Blair.
Hello.
You'll have to go with us, of course.
Yes. With you where? Where? Why should I go with anybody? Where are you going?
To the opening of the Chez Suzette. I heard this girl in Paris, and she's just the girl for my American opera. Young, fresh, can sing modern stuff, and yet has a real operatic voice. I tell you, this Suzette is...
Suzette? Never heard of Suzette in all my life. Suzette, did you ever hear of her, Davis?
Oh, never in a million years.
I have. She used to sing with an American band. She's as good as Haig says she is.
Oh, you've heard of her. You've heard... Here, just a minute. Wasn't it somebody by the name of Suzette who tried to get in touch with me in Paris?
Oh, that girl. Oh, her name just slipped my memory for a minute.
Well, if I wouldn't listen to her then, I see no reason to listen to her now.
Haig's the composer of the opera. We might do him the courtesy of hearing this girl.
Really? Who taught you manners?
Mr. Blynn in a nightclub? Why, that's unheard of.
And I was just on the point of inviting you to my home to listen to my bird girl.
Bird girl? If I hear you say once more bird girl, I shall become violent.
Just jealousy, that's what that is. Stupid, low-down jealousy.
I am not interested in your Egyptian cockatoo.
She is not a cockatoo. And she's not an Egyptian.
20 years of my life I've devoted to opera. And now I find myself the keeper of a zoo.
Oh, really? You ought to feel very much at home. Now, let me tell you something. If you won't listen to my discovery, I certainly am not going to listen to yours, and that's my ultimatum. Come, Corny.
I kick the new high. Oh, I just kicked the top right out of the sky. I hit the new high like a rocket on the 4th of July. I'm up with Jupiter and Mars. I'm winking back at all the stars. I hear the new note in my song, and I've got some rhythm to help me along. I'm ready to fly. Oh, I'm in love, and now you want to know why. I hit the new high.
Why do the birds all sing? Why does it feel like spring? I've never been so gay. This is a lucky day. I can do the most fantastic things. I was low, but now my lover's wings.
song, and I've got some rhythm to help me along. I'm ready to fly. I'm in love and I ought to know
We like high notes when they're hot. Can't you turn the heat on?
Ta-ya, ta-ya.
That stuff we're sweet on.
Tat, tat, tatter.
Can't you sing it higher? You're a one-girl choir.
Ta-da-da-da-da.
Make it hotter.
Ta-da-da-da-da.
Sister, you gotta step it up.
Tat-ta-ta-ta-ta.
Step it up.
Ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta.
Higher, 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 higher.
Like a bird that sings on high. Listen, you guys.
Like a rocket on the 4th of July.
I'm a return and fast. I'm winking back at all the stars. I'm sitting nothing I saw. With me to take me high. I'm ready to fly.
I'm in love and now you ought to know.
Gentlemen, this is an unexpected pleasure.
Ah, so Blynn decided to send you.
Well, not exactly. I just came.
It's too bad he didn't come himself. Mr. Mazzini agrees with me.
This girl is exactly what we want. We are going back to tell her so.
Well, Suzette, she won't see anyone, Mr. Mazzini. She doesn't talk to strangers.
How do you know?
Well, I was just a boy, and 2 weeks later we were in Detroit, Mr. Business. Why do you want to become a wire walker?
Imbecile.
Come in.
Oh, honey, you're tops. You're bigger than Paris. You are hitting a new high.
Singing in a nightclub is not my idea of top, Monsieur James.
Oh, baby, don't give me that Monsieur James stuff. Now, you know it's fun to be back with me socking him over.
You forced me to come here. You are not longer my Jimmy. You are my boss.
Yeah.
Come in.
I hope I may be forgiven this intrusion, mademoiselle, but we were rather swept away by your singing.
How kind of you.
I'm Andreas Mazzini of the Manhattan Opera Company.
Mazzini?
Yes. May I present my friend, Carter Haig, whose American opera is to be our first production in the fall.
How do you do?
How do you
It
do?
is Mr. James.
How do you do?
Will you sit down?
Thank
Sit
you.
down, Mr. Mazzini, please.
Thank you.
Mademoiselle, we feel you're the one person in the world who can do justice to the leading role. It calls for someone who can put jazz over as well as a great voice.
To be produced at Manhattan?
Yes, we are opening the season with it as a novelty. Afterwards, who knows? Lucia, Lacme, Rigoletto.
Don't forget Titania.
You offer me a chance to be at Manhattan?
Yes.
Of course, we neglected to mention one thing. There's a slight catch.
This catch. What is she?
Don't tell us. Let us guess.
We have to get another person's okay.
Unfortunately, he didn't hear you sing tonight. But when he does, I'm sure he will agree with us.
Who is that?
Merely our rich patron, Lucius B. Blynn.
I seem to recall that name. Didn't he discover the bird girl?
Oh, yes, we mustn't forget that Mr. Blynn discovered the bird girl.
Must this fellow be in here?
Yes, he's protecting Mr. Blynn's interests.
That's me.
Will you kindly keep out of this? I'm sure we will reach a satisfactory agreement.
If you'll set the time for the appointment, Mr. Mazzini will discuss terms with you.
No, we must talk about that another time.
Yeah, I think we ought to forget about the whole thing, boys. She has a lovely set of pipes, but Mr. Blynn still has the bird girl.
Don't you worry, mademoiselle. We'll manage Mr. Blynn all right.
Thank you very much.
And we'll keep in touch with you.
Thank you both.
Au revoir.
Au revoir.
What do you want? Don't come back. Well, this is a fine kettle of fish with a cooked goose in it.
Well, all you got to do now is to keep Mr. Blynn from discovering you're Mazzini's jazz singer and to keep Mazzini from discovering you're Mr. Blynn's birdie-wordy.
Listen, we got to all be very nice to Mr. Mazzini, because if Blynn flaunts you to him with those insults of his, you know what's going to happen? Mazzini's going to get sore and spill the beans.
Oh, Corny, vous parlez, vous ne faites rien.
I don't know what you're talking about, but maybe you're right. You know what I do? I go down there and confide to the guy in his office, but I know what would happen. He'd throw me right out. Oh, no. I got to be very nice to that guy.
I never thought I'd be discovered by Mazzini in a nightclub.
Well, you would go to Africa when you could have had what you wanted right in your own backyard. Au revoir, mademoiselle and monsieur.
Mr. James, a word with you.
Well?
Have you got $10,000?
What's the matter with you? You're crazy?
No, but I'm saving up to be. I shall regard it as hush money.
I don't know what you're talking about, but beat it. Go swing on a chandelier.
That settles it. I'll show no mercy. I, too, will become an imposter. Let me see now. On a certain memorable night, the good ship Sally Bell was rounding the Cape of Good Hope.
The name is Blynn.
There must be some mistake. Mr. Blynn's name is Blynn.
Yes, I know. That's the man I want to see there.
But you can't. He's very busy at the moment.
Oh, how beautiful it is here in this nice house. I feel bewitchingly becalmed.
Hey, what's going on here?
He's crazy, and he wants to see Mr. Blynn.
I'll take care of him. What do you want to see Mr. Blynn about?
We have a rendezvous with memory.
We don't stand for that sort of thing around here. I don't know what you're selling, my friend, but we don't want any. In other words, no crack crabs today.
Oh, stop it, you're tickling me.
Are you absolutely crazy?
What do you think?
You want to see Mr. Blynn, huh?
Please.
That'll be all, Jevons. Thank you very much. Seems to me I've seen that funny-looking face of yours someplace before.
The recognition is mutual.
You were playing a silly little instrument in some sort of a band.
Boo!
Yeah. Cafe Elysee, huh?
No doubt you also remember Suzette.
Yeah. No, I won't talk until I've seen my lawyer. Oh, you want to see Mr. Blynn? This way. Now, get out of here, will you? But don't go away, mad pal. I'll get in touch with you later, all right?
Hello? Who's this?
Oh, this is an old friend of mine from Pango, but he's got to go right back.
Ahoy, sir.
Oh, my word. Very unusual friends you have, it seems to me.
Sally Bell!
Oh. You see before you, sir, the survivor of the memorable disaster that befell the good ship Sally Bell.
Oh, do I? Do I really? The Sally Bell.
Sally Bell.
Off the coast of Africa?
Off the coast of Africa.
Now, don't get yourself in no typhoons you can't swim out of.
Why, shiver my timbers, but this young landlubber's positively clairvoyant. There was a typhoon.
Of course there was a typhoon. Off the coast of Africa.
Off the coast of Africa.
Corny, at times I don't know what's the matter with you. Or you're just flagrantly stupid, letting this interesting man get away like this. You go in the house. Go in the house and unburden yourself.
Ahoy, sir.
I think we have something here. Bring the mail bag, the trunk, the suitcase. Bring it in the house. Bring it in. Oh, he's crying. Oh, isn't it touching when strong men weep? What's the matter, sailor boy?
I always get this way when I think of the good ship Sally Bell. I recollect my second officer staggering through the wash and saying to me, "Sir, we've run into dirty weather. Well, my name ain't Jim Hawkins," says he. The brave old vessel was rolling wildly.
Slow down there, will you? I'm getting seasick.
I bellowed at my panic-stricken crew. "Drop your canvas, you scum! Man the halyards! Man the halyards! Pay up on your main sheet, or we'll all go to..."
Davy Jones!
Corny, this is marvelous. It absolutely proves everything. Get your pencil and take down all he says, every word of it.
Don't worry, I can remember everything.
You can? Oh, that's wonderful. Go on, sir. Go on.
Suddenly the vessel overturned, throwing all hands into the sea.
What happened then, Captain? You are a captain, aren't you?
I'm an ancient mariner. In short, gentlemen, I am Captain Braceridge Hemingway, who saw his precious little daughter plucked from a floating spar by an albatross.
Corny, I knew it. This man is none other than the father of Oskaloosa, my little bird girl. Oh, don't tell me. Look at those eyes. Look at them. The very same expression. This is the most amazing thing that's happened to me since I discovered the little bird girl herself.
You will let me see me long-lost daughter, won't you?
See her? You shall be with her constantly. You are Exhibit B in the most astounding triumph of Lucius B. Blynn's checkered career. So you stay right here, make yourself comfortable, and at home. I personally will get your daughter and bring her down to you.
I'll go get her, Mr.
I
Bibb.
personally will get her and bring her down. You stay with Papa. Question him. I may want to give out a newspaper interview. Get all the details.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you. You're a very kind gentleman.
Oh, am I? Am I really?
Yes.
Well, thank you. You just make yourself perfectly comfortable, won't you? Nothing's too good for Papa.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you.
I thought so. What do you want?
I only ask a father's just share of your ill-gotten gains. Now, my man, fetch me a whiskey and soda.
Yes, I'll get you a Mickey Finn.
I want you to come downstairs now. I have a big surprise for you. Downstairs. No. I want you to come downstairs. I have big surprise for you.
Surprise?
Surprise.
Tick-tick?
Oh, no. Better than tick-tick.
Aucune pour you?
No, better than a bracelet.
Racket-chip-a-zoo?
Better than a necklace.
Oh, go, Mickey, what you do?
Oh, dear, what's that? Oh, better than a diamond. Huh? No. Oh, a sable coat. Better than a sable coat. Gimme. It's the same in every language.
Now, listen, you. If you keep your mouth shut, I'll take good care of you. You understand? Here's $50. Go on, beat it.
Thanks, old chap. It'll do to get along with. But you might as well understand that I've no intention of leaving this pleasant domicile.
Oh, here. Oh, my. Wait. Corny, please. Explain to the poor, frightened little girl that this charming gentleman is her father.
Oh, yes. Everything's all right. Just trust Corny. Uga Ishkawala, itty-bitty Eway.
Eway?
Yes, Eway.
Eway? Why didn't she kiss him? After all these years, you'd think that she... How do you say kiss?
Smackarooby.
Smackarooby. Oh, no. Smackarooby Eway.
Yes, Smackarooby Eway, Papa. Oh, my little crepe Suzette. That's what your mother used to call her. You look just like her. Oh!
Touching, isn't it?
Yes, it's breaking my heart. Hey, listen, Trader Horn, being as you've had this lovely reunion, I know a nice sailor's flop house that I'll escort you to personally.
Why, Corny, what are you talking about? A flop house for the captain? Nothing of the kind. He's going to accept our hospitality here, aren't you, Captain?
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Oh, nothing shall ever part us again, my pretty. Papa, be right back. Eway, be right back.
Oh, Eureka.
Oh, yes, I remember that place well. I used to take mineral baths there. You know, they had the cutest little masseuse.
You must be careful about those mineral baths, Corny. Oh, my word, no. Eureka doesn't mean mineral bath. Eureka is, it means, it's from the Latin. It means I have it, and I have. I have just hatched the most sensational idea, and I'm going to take Mazzini's head and push it right into the middle of it.
Now, wait a minute, Chief. You'll have to get Mazzini too, man. He'll spill the beans.
What are you talking about? What beans? Oh, at times, Corny, really, I despair of you. Now, here's my idea, and it's going to infuriate Mazzini beyond words. I'm going to invite him here, ostensibly, to a very pleasant garden party.
The pleasanter the better.
And to this garden party, I shall invite the entire board of directors of the opera company and every musical celebrity there is in this town.
That's fine. Mazzini will enjoy that.
Yeah, that's what he thinks, because right out of a clear sky, I'm going to have Oskaloosa sing what...
Oogahunga.
Oogahunga. I'm going to have her sing one of the hardest arias that Marlowe can teach her. Then, after the assembled throng have acclaimed my discovery, I am going to personally lead them all in the loudest raspberry imaginable for Mazzini.
Now, wait a minute, Chief. You can't do this to me.
Will you please listen to what I'm saying? I'm not doing it to you. I'm doing it to Mazzini.
But it's not like you, Mr. Blynn. It's cheap, it's low, it hasn't any class, it's unhospitable, it's ungentlemanly, and I don't like it.
Oh, you don't? You know why, don't you? Because you didn't think of it yourself.
Something you forgot.
I can't get that in the drawer. Seal that one, Jevons.
Yes, sir.
Stamp that one, Jevons.
Yes, sir.
And that's the last one, Jevons.
Yes, sir.
Who's it to?
Major and Mrs. Gilroy, sir.
Major and Mrs. Gilroy. Right. They're all ready to go?
Yes, sir.
See that they're mailed immediately.
Yes, sir.
I said mail them, not shuffle them.
Yes, sir. I'm very sorry, sir.
Invitations to the party. Let's take a look at them, Jevons.
But Mr. Blynn said they were to be mailed at once.
I know, but there's a couple I want to deliver personally. Mr. Mazzini. Mr. Haig. Run along, Jevons. I'll take care of these.
Yes, yes. Look, Corny, look. Isn't that lovely? Isn't that beautiful? Who'd ever know our little bird girl now?
Ishmawala Gahalagaboo. Your public is waiting, babe.
Now, Corny, you mustn't talk to her too much. She's got to save her voice. And anyway, you'll make her nervous. There's plenty of time.
I didn't say anything.
Don't argue, please. I say there's plenty of time. My Mazzini and Haig, they aren't even here yet.
I wouldn't count so strong on their showing up, boss. Be just like them not to come at all.
Not to come at all? Well, what are you talking about? Why, they've got to come. Why, there wouldn't be any point. Why, Oh. I better go down and see.
Don't worry, babe. They won't be here to spill the beans. But the board of directors of the opera company will be here, and they'll rush you right to that Manhattan without any opposition at all. Old Corny's got everything under control. Give it to me.
Nice, Kitty. Your whisker, they grow more beautiful every day.
That's me.
Mazzini.
You know, I have a haunting suspicion we're in for that bird girl tonight.
We might as well get it over. That pest, Blynn, phoned me 5 times yesterday about some invitation I never received.
My friends, the purpose of this little party this evening is to have you see, as well as hear, a great singer. A singer who, but for the perspicacity of Lucius B. Blynn, would still be hidden from the world in the depths of a jungle.
You were right.
A certain person present this evening has made insulting remarks as to my ability to discover a great operatic voice. He has even refused to consider my latest discovery on the plea that she is an untutored savage. Well, my friends, I have had her tutored. She has been instructed by no less an artist than Senor Louis Marlowe. Will you stand up, Mr. Marlowe? Senor Marlowe. And my protege has mastered the most difficult of all musical arias, the mad scene from Lucia de Lammermoor. And when she astounds you, as I know she will, I'll expect Andreas Mazzini to eat his words. Mr. Mazzini.
Listen, you go out there and sing, or I will.
It's impossible. They can't.
looks as though he has brought back something this time.
Oh, how I'm going to gloat over him. How I'm going to gloat.
Listen, boys, don't go away mad, will you? Let Blynn think he's the only one that discovered her. He'll lock up all the door and throw the key away if he thinks she ain't got any feathers.
You idiot, don't you think I know that?
Mr. Mazzini, listen.
Corny, I think you ought to introduce Mazzini and Haig to Ooh La La La.
Oogahunga, Bluggle Bluggle Massa Haig, Bluggle Bluggle Massa Mazzini.
Oogahunga, this is indeed a pleasure. It is unfortunate you don't speak our language.
Oh, my. What's she saying?
She says she's thirsty. She wants a drink of water.
Well, there's everything. Ooh La La La, there's everything right there. Yes. Oh, yes. Oh, my, Mazzini, I have never had such a thrill. I have never felt so proud. I tell you, her voice...
It's the most magnificent voice we've heard in the last 20 years.
Magnificent in 20 years. Yes. You could travel all over...
Europe, Asia, and Africa, and you will not find the equal.
Never. Oh, never, no. And it isn't so much her voice, you know.
It's a beauty and a charm and a personality.
Yes. She is going to do more
for Manhattan Opera than all the stars that we have at present.
Thank you.
Christopher Columbus Blynn. Ooga-ga-ga-ga-ga.
What does that mean?
Give me a drink.
Oh, really? Well, you find everything right there. Yes. Ooga-ga-ga-ga.
Pardon this intrusion. We find this all very distasteful, but we came up here to join forces. As far as Blynn is concerned, we four are in the same boat.
I'm glad.
But you must never again expose yourself in that nightclub.
Not tonight or any other night. If Blynn finds out what a fool you've made of him, we're all sunk.
But Jimmy expects me there to sing tonight.
Now look here, young lady. You can't very well have your cake and eat it.
Just rest easy, boys, because she's going to stay right here in her little cage.
Maybe, Corny. I don't like this cake so much, after all.
Oh, filberts to that. You're getting just what you wanted. Now, listen, Bertie, remember this. You better mind your Papa Corny or you're going to end up broiled on a piece of toast. That reminds me, I'm hungry. I wonder if there's any more sandwiches left.
What an honor to have been here tonight.
Well, thank you. Sorry. Oh, thank you, indeed. Good night. Yes. Well, it's all over. They've all gone. Wasn't it a wonderful party? Wasn't it wonderful, wasn't it? I don't believe I've ever had a better... Of course, I always feel a little guilty when I have a good time at my own parties. What'd you think of my bird girl? Wasn't she marvelous? Wasn't she? I tell you, in the history of music, there has never been a voice... What's the matter with you, Mazzini? Why do you look so glum? I don't like to see you so sulky. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll do the sporting thing. Stop this fool game. Put on your things, and we'll go down to the nightclub and listen to your Suzette.
No, thanks. If you don't mind, we'd rather continue our game.
Very well, continue. Continue, I shall go myself. That's what I'll do, I'll go myself. I can understand why you're disinclined. You don't care to be embarrassed by unfavorable comparisons.
Lucky for us, we stopped her appearance there.
He's off on a wild goose chase.
Now I have to go down to a nightclub and hear that Suzette sing. Oh, it's going to be awful. Mr. Mazzini and Mr. Haig are going to stay on here. I don't blame them, really. I see that they have everything they want, won't you? But not too much. Yes. I don't know what time I'll be back.
Hey, listen, you guys, I'll give you something to laugh about. Suzette's blown the cook. She's probably gone to that nightclub.
Impossible. She's not that crazy.
Oh, yes, she is. About that James guy.
Heavens, and we let him go. Who? Blynn's on his way down there now.
Oh, send the body home to mother.
Oh, Captain, I better have more champagne.
Yes, sir.
I deserve more champagne, don't you think?
Well,
you needn't express any opinion, because I'm going to have more champagne, whatever you may think.
yes, sir.
Oh, there he is.
How was she?
Oh, hello. Who is she?
The singer.
Oh, singer. Oh, Suzette?
Yes.
Oh, well, she doesn't come on for a long time yet.
Oh, well, better late than never. Mr. Blynn, you've had a very trying evening. In fact, we've all had a very trying evening.
Well, don't let me detain you, Corny. Go ahead. Go ahead. Personally, I like this place.
We've got to get him out of here.
He's drunk. So am I. Here, please. I am captain of the ship. I am master of my soul.
Yes, we're merely doing this to save you from yourself, Mr. Blynn.
What?
Please.
No, don't say anything to Mazzini. Where is Mazzini? Huh? Oh, hello.
Ladies and gentlemen, I regret to announce that unavoidable circumstances make it impossible for Mademoiselle Suzette to appear here tonight.
Oh, well, that's a horse of a different color. Come on, we'll stick around. Come on, Mr. Blynn.
Corny, where are we going?
We'll go back and get a better table.
We're going to stay right here?
Yeah. I think it's a good idea you're coming down.
I think it's a good place.
Oh, this is a fine table.
We sit here?
Yeah.
Oh, this is a much better table, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't
Oh, you can see everything. See everything.
Oh, it's fine. Yes, sir. Everything is under control.
Nellie Dale! Nellie Dale! Nellie Dale!
Oh, you're going to be conversational, eh?
Who's your fine feathered friend?
Oh, you see here? You see here? Look.
Perhaps another operatic discovery.
Why, that's the captain's parrot. The captain's parrot. The captain's parrot in a nightclub. Well, what are you doing in a nightclub, huh? Pretty folly. In the nightclub, a parrot in the that ancient mariner tootling up there in that orchestra now, is it? Is it or is it?
Yes, that's the ancient mariner.
I don't know. I don't want to be a killjoy, but it seems to me things are sort of amiss around here tonight. They're not according to Hoyle. Why would that person be up there in the orchestra? Why?
Well, I'll find out, Mr. Blynn.
Oogahunga, what's the idea? What's the meaning of this?
She's our Suzette, too. Obviously, you've been hoaxed.
Papa Sally Bell, what have you got to say?
I've been hoaxed, too. I believed in her, trusted her.
Just a minute. Mr. Blynn wasn't hoaxed. He knew all the time that she was no bird girl. It was just a scheme of his to launch a sensational voice.
It was nothing of the kind. I knew what? Oh, of course. Don't you tell me. I contrived it. And all to make a monkey out of this egomaniac Mazzini.
Gentlemen, please. I would love to be in your operas, but I can't.
What do you mean you can't?
You heard her. Gentlemen, it looks like I just won a little bet.
You mean to tell me I'm going to lose my little bird girl? Mazzini, this is all your fault. Corny,
entirely your fault. You and your ridiculous South American... Never in my life!
Love another chance.
Let's not turn away romance. It's only fair to see what they can do with it before we both agree that they are through with it. Let's give love another chance.
I